Welcome to episode 2 of Dirty Talk. We got through the first one with no real bad issues, I don't think, but we'll have another crack again tonight.
I do have to apologise to the vegan community. I didn't mean to offend them and imply that they didn't know how to have fun at barbecues, but that's... So, humble apologies to the vegan community. Back to you, Jamie.
Thanks, mate. Join us tonight. Always a funny man and always a great time every time we talk to this bloke, Mr. Alan Rourke. Welcome, Alan.
Thanks, mate.
And our special guest tonight was a modified driver. Now he's stepped up into late models this season. Here's Wade Cleary. Welcome, Wade.
How you going? Thanks for having me.
Yeah, good, mate. Yourself? How's life treating you?
Yeah, just normal life at the moment, trying to keep everyone happy at work and trying to find work for everyone. It's a bit of a downturn in Tassie at the moment, so yeah, we're getting there now and sort of getting our feet back on the ground again. Now the government's got their stuff sorted.
Yeah, it took a while, didn't it, for them to get their shit sorted, that's for sure.
Fortunately.
Yeah. Carrick on the weekend, Rocky, what do you think, mate?
Mate, I loved it. It was Speedway. How could you not love it? It was fantastic. First round of the Tree Tech Modified Series. Jake Torian took home the bickies there. Streeties, wow, how good was that?
Yeah.
Braden Russell got it up over Nathan Russell. Now, anyone that can beat Nathan fair and square is having a red hot crack, and that's exactly what Braden did. He was super pumped about that, and rightly so. Formula 500s. Jess Spur, Mrs. Spur, she won a heat, first heat win in the 500s, looked solid in the feature and brought it home. Fantastic drive, because there's some quality in that field. Yeah. There's no doubt about that. And she just drove the best I've seen her drive. She was ecstatic, and rightly so, winning that. The wingless was Jeremy Smith. The AMCAs, we get sick of saying it, but Adrian Bassett, once again, he's on that incredibly long A-main victory streak.
Yep.
It's got to end sooner or later. This could be the weekend because the AMCAs are back on. Roddy's first time we've seen him in Tassie. And Lucas Dickinson got up and made history. First ever feature winner for production sedans in the state of Tasmania. So it was a great night. And the thing I loved, the young 500 Formula Junior drivers, the 5 of those, really classy driving. I am excited for the future with Formula 500s. You know, the young people there, they're very mature in their outlook. The way they approached their racing and their time on the track was just fantastic. You could see them getting quicker and quicker and quicker every time they're out there. So I really look forward to some big things from Formula 500 Juniors. So big shout out to those 5 young stars of the future.
Yeah, no, it was certainly a great meeting. Like I couldn't believe for a first meeting how full on the racing was and how close the racing was. Like Jeremy Smith and Brad, they had a good tussle in the wingless. You know, like the street stocks, like you were saying, there was 22 cars, maybe 23 cars went out for the A main, and they done half the race before there was a stoppage. Like it was just great racing all round by everyone.
Oh, it certainly was. And once again, this weekend, another 23 streeties.
Yep. So we're off to Gulf Western and Independent Oils Raceway at Latrobe this weekend. Rocky, we've got AMCAs, Formula 500s, Junior 500s again. The late models make their first appearance. Street stocks, Tassie Sixes, wingless, and the infield will have the go-karts on.
Yeah, I love the karts. They do some really good things, and it's a great stepping stone. And we've seen some people from Latrobe Speedway on the karts out there at Gulf Western step onto the big track, step onto the big stage on the mainland and come home with Australian titles.
Yeah, no, it's definitely a good way to start to lead to bigger divisions in Speedway, that's for sure. There's no doubt about that. Right, so I'm not sure what time the gates open. I'm pretty sure it'll be about 2 o'clock maybe, and I think racing will start about...
It's 2 o'clock for competitors, 3 o'clock for spectators. 4 o'clock is when the karts start. Pit walk will be on at 4:45.
Oh yeah, wicked, yep.
Yeah, and main track action from 6, and featuring in the main track action will be our guest Wade in the late models, mate.
Yes, we decided this season was time to do something, and we had a year off last year with like work commitments, and we just thought it was time for another challenge, and just move on from the mod. We loved the time there, but it was just seemed to, like we just wanted to do something different finally, and try and get our love for it back a little bit and get the old man back in enjoying it again because he wanted to sort of retire from the crew. And yeah, so we got him up and about, and yeah, we've purchased an old-field car from WA, and yeah, got it home finally, and yeah, we'll have a run at the weekend.
Now,
have you had a run in the car yet?
Yeah, so we done 2 rounds of the Winter Series in WA this year. So we went to Ellenbrook, we got a run there, and surprised ourselves and put it on the front row for the final, but unfortunately we couldn't run it. We broke a water pump shaft, and so we couldn't make that one. And then we flew back over and we took the journey up to Pathara, which is about an hour, 2 hours or 2.5 hours north of Perth, which is a bit of a country track. We decided to go have a run at, and we ran third there for the final that night on a pretty locked down track. And yeah, so we sort of a lot of learning curves and big difference to drive and that. So yeah, we've had a couple of runs now, so which is good.
So what package are we running, Wade? Is it a diamond?
No, so we brought a Rocket XR1 2018 with a 525 crate motor. So just sort of went a little motor option for now to start with till we get the hang of it, and we'll see where we go from there.
They seem to be a pretty big thing, these 525 crate motors. They're, a cheaper way of getting into the late model division and still being competitive with the open motors, aren't they?
Yeah, so after being on the big tracks, sort of like when the tracks are hammered down early in the night, you sort of need to be on your game there for what we've seen so far and talking to the old fields. But once the tracks blow off a bit, you come back and you don't have to be so ginger on the throttle, and you can stand on it a bit more, and you don't just take one less thing out of the driver has to worry about. And so we'll just see how we go. Might be a bit harder down here with our little tracks, but we'll find out.
So what are your expectations this weekend? We've got 7 late models, and there's some quite seasoned campaigners in it, isn't there?
Come home with no damage will be a good start for it. Just keep it straight, and sort of we just want to just build on some laps at the moment, so we know the package is good, so just sort of got to just get used to it ourselves and not try and we're not there to win it or anything at the moment. We just want to get laps under our belt and learn the car.
All important seat time is crucial, isn't it?
Absolutely. Like we're looking at the back end of the season. Like if we're going all right, we want to get on the road as well. So we don't want to tear too much gear up early in the year trying to learn something. So yeah.
And we've got some big events this year for late models. We've got the new Triple Crown for late models. Mainlanders coming over from that, I've been informed. That's going to be great for the statewide.
Yeah, so we sort of floated the idea when we brought the car with Alan Cleary, the president, that would look, the modified sponsorship that was doing, we wanted to bring that over to the division we're running in. So that's where that I sort of said I wanted to keep it at Hobart, and then they said about this Triple Crown, and yeah, so we jumped on that straight away, just with it finishing at Hobart, to the way it worked out, and then with the promoters getting behind it as well. So, and that helps a lot, and then you can build and get the mainlanders over here, and let's put a show on it, like the modified one that we done, the big one for that. So we had the mainlanders there for that, and it lifts the racing, it lifts the state, lifts everything with a bit of sponsorship. So as long as that as well. So the same night as the Triple Crown, we actually went and we put a show on at Hobart for the juniors too. So to try and give them a bit of a limelight on a big stage as well when you got other people around. So sort of incorporate it all and get something happening there as well for them.
Oh, that's awesome. Awesome as. So is there any similarities between the modified and the late model Wade, or is it completely different? Have you learned to redrive?
Chuck it all out the window and learn to start again.
Well, I think the similarities are you go the same direction.
Yeah,
that's about all. Like the driving style is like with the mod, you had to let it flow a little bit more because you didn't have power or you didn't have handling behind you as such. Like you had to incorporate your handling. Where the late model already, you've got drive, you've got handling, or you're not manipulating a car to try and do something that's not meant to do. So that was one thing, and just learning how to steer them a bit more. Like, yeah, you sort of got to mash the throttle and brake as well, and to get them to turn, or otherwise you're just going for the fence, and that was the big thing. Yeah.
Yep. 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 And what about the old man, mate? Is he keen to help out with the late model?
Keen as a bean now, so yeah, we've got him back on for another 12 months at least. So he's good. We got him on the plane and we got him in WA with us. So he took his notebook with him and was jotting down notes everywhere and changes that the old fields were doing for us and helping. And yeah, that was a big thing too by purchasing that car. It came with a lot of knowledge for us. And we got them on speed dial now already, so that was good.
So you reckon you'll be ringing them on Saturday night?
Hopefully, yes.
Just remember the 3-hour time difference.
Yeah, which is good because they race as well, so we've got to get in early before they start.
Nice work.
Excellent. So what colour scheme are we going with, Wade? Have we made a choice yet?
It's not 100% finalised. It's been a big gamble with us this year. Like we're normally over that pretty well, but we have known to put the stickers on late in the season.
Yep.
So it's going to be a little bit the same this year. We just dragged our feet a little bit. So we'll go over tomorrow night over the shed and put some panels on it and finish paneling up and groove some tyres. And yeah, just sort of we just wanted to roll it out pretty neat, but the stickers just didn't quite get here in time.
Now that does happen. Everyone's always in a rush at the start of the season, aren't they? It's hard to be on top of the game and ready, even though we've got that 6 months to prepare. But a new car, it's a big ask.
Yeah.
So any advice you give to somebody looking to step towards a late model?
Do your homework. Do your research in a car first. Don't just buy the cheapest option. There was cheaper rockets about XR1s. It was pretty set on what we sort of wanted when we did make the call. But yeah, you sort of need to, unless you're right into the setup side of things and shocks and all that, you sort of need to buy a bit of knowledge with a car and get a bit of help. So that's why we went down the track we did with the Oldfields after, like, young Sweeney brought his car off the Oldfields and brought it to Tassie, and we sort of took note of that, and he rolled out of the box pretty quick everywhere, and a few conversations and all that with him, and not much had changed from what they was giving him information wise. So that sort of sealed the deal on the car that we end up getting.
Yeah, righto. So does it make a difference sitting on the opposite side of the car, Wade?
Yes. The biggest thing with the late model was the size. Once you got used to it, because you're pretty much sitting on a big block of flats, really. But once we were sort of racing, that didn't worry me too much, because the way our containment seats are, you get a bit more vision out your right-hand side, so you can look across your decking a little bit for room and that when you're on the wall, like towards the wall, when it comes up pretty quick, when you're going a bit quicker. And yeah, but other than that, it was just the sheer size and like compared to the Mimod, you sort of knew where the end of your bonnet was sort of your bumper. With the late model was the tapered and all that. But yeah, the left-hand side didn't really phase me too much. It was, once you sort of race and that just sort of comes natural a bit.
Yep.
Nice work.
Yeah.
So, first meeting this weekend in Latrobe, of course. Your home track's Hobart, I gather, Wade. Like you're from down that way, so I'm gathering Hobart's your home track. So you would have liked to have started in Hobart first, or doesn't matter?
Doesn't really matter, mate. We all got to race on the same bit of clay, so it's sort of as it is. As I said before, it's just about laps for us at the moment and finding as many surfaces to race on and whatever. Latrobe, I don't mind, flows pretty well, so sort of the speed will be the big thing there, trying to justify or trying to work all that out, getting down through the back straight into turn 3, which was, even in the mod, was the same thing. You sort of wound up so much coming down to just get commitment out of your car to get it in. That'll be the biggest thing there, where Hobart and Carrick flow, you're on and off a little bit more. So, yeah.
Yep. Cool.
Their turn forward will come up very quick in the late model, I think, the way it squares up there.
Yes, it does. And the wall does come out pretty quick out of 4 too.
Yeah, my word, it does.
She's sure not made of soft concrete, that's for sure.
There you go.
It doesn't move, that wall, does it? It stays put every time.
I don't know how the Streety boys do it going the other way.
The funny thing is, when you're in the commentary box and someone hits that wall, you actually feel it through the foundations, through the floor of the commentary box.
Yep.
And you know just how hard they've hit it.
Yes.
I've felt the same when I've been on the tower at Hobart.
Yeah.
They hit the wall there pretty hard one night, and I was on the tower at Hobart, and I had to grab hold of the side of the tower because I thought I was coming off the damn thing, which was a bit sceptical.
You're going to be like the old mate in the opening credits of F Troop.
Yeah.
There's a few nights there where Stridey and I look at each other and go, "Oh, a Richter scale, 1.2, 1.4." We've got a bit of a gauge on how hard people hit it.
Yeah, and it's
Every season someone does wear it.
Yeah. So why late models, Wade? Why did we go that way?
I don't know. To be honest, it was super or late model was going to we come out of a super background, the family did, and like the cousin Ash race in the late model, and I don't know. There was no real reasoning. It was just we wanted to go something different, and when we looked at the supers with the numbers they got and late models could do with a couple more numbers.
Yep.
So, and I've actually late models, the way they promote themselves, have been pretty good the last couple of years, and they've done their apprenticeship a little bit in the state, I keep saying, and they're in their first year of their full time now, and on the deal. So we and I probably Carrick as well, when they brought the mainlanders down last time for that state title, really opened my eyes up to them a bit and what they could do on short track. When they were throwing down pretty hard there, it was pretty eye-opener. And then Callum, Brad, when you watch them too, the way they drive them and that, it's when they're on, and the cars are pretty quick too.
They're frighteningly fast, and that race at Carrick, that was sensational.
Yes, and
that opened a lot of eyes.
Yeah, it opened up a lot in the state. Like I said, we'd opened our eyes up. It was super background and that with Dad had the B grade supers back in the day and all that, and then Tas Dans and Tassie 6. But that did change the view on them fairly well.
Well, there at one stage when late models were first introduced to Tasmania, I heard a lot of people say, this is going to be the end of super sedans. Super sedans won't last now, late models. But you look at both divisions, they're actually booming. Supers have got like 24 cars, I think, lined up for the season as the season goes. Late models are looking at 15 cars, I think, this way. Is that about right?
Yeah, sounds about right. I think they were saying the other day, I was talking to someone, there's 22 cars in the state now.
Yep.
And I think the supers were 33 registered.
33, so, jeez, that's a lot.
So there's good numbers on both sides now. And so if you could, if supers turn up with everything like they do every year, they'll be good. And late models, if we can get, down on numbers a little bit, but it's early in the season as well and whatnot. So I can see us getting around the 15. I think they're saying 15, 16, pretty consistent around the 12, which would be good. Just a nice size number, really.
Yep.
And that's the thing with Tassie Speedway. We've got some big numbers of competitors.
Yep.
And I know last year Guy had the of too many competitors in the pits, particularly down in Hobart.
Yep.
He worked his butt off to make sure everybody got in and was able to cater for them. All credit to him. And I know Steve's the same at Carrick, and Guy's had the same issue at Latrobe. Our promoters work their tails off to get good racing, good numbers. They do an amazing job, and really looking forward to late models this season. The Triple Crown's going to be exciting, as you said. I'm looking forward to seeing your progress because, firstly, we've known each other for a long time, and I know when you're bullshitting when you say, I'm just going to take it easy for the first ones. Fending away. About lap 3, I reckon you'll be hammered down.
Yep.
Probably a good chance.
Yeah.
As long as we don't go on our route.
What do you mean, probably a good chance? I'm going definitely a good chance.
Yeah,
mate.
so am I.
Probably hot laps.
Does the adrenaline get to you? You got no choice. It's just got to go down, or is it? It's just that's you.
It's just competitive nature.
Yep.
I know when we got back in the race and when we brought the first model and I brought it off the brother-in-law Mosey, we brought his Commodore, and after the first meet, I come home and said, "Oh man, this ain't good enough. They're getting too far away. I can't. we got to go faster." And I think on the third meeting in the Commodore, I think we had ordered the FG.
Yep.
And that's where that started, and that's where like we are known to spend a bit of money on them and get them to go. We don't like to just to be a number. We want to be able to roll out and be competitive. It's never about winning as such, but it is about winning as well. So we want to be as quick as we can against who we got, and that'll be good.
And have the loudest car on the track.
Yeah, no, we've had a few talking tos over the years with the noise meter man.
I remember the first night you brought the mod out. I was up on the tower filming. I think it was Hobart was the first meeting you brought that out. And I actually walked down the pits afterwards and said to you, "What the hell have you got in that thing?" My ears were literally ringing every time that car went past me. Like, it was loud.
Yeah, when Walshy brought it, I said, "Make sure you do it proud and keep it singing. Don't change the exhaust and don't quieten it."
Yeah, I didn't hear it on the weekend, so I think you might have quietened it.
He wasn't driving it hard enough then.
Well, he did all right. He came home third. So
yeah, he done well. He kept it on the wheels, which is something I haven't been able to do for a while.
That's going to all change on Saturday night, Wade.
Hope so.
Yeah, cool. Now, your family, it is huge. We've got Ash Cleary. We've got your old man, Marcus Cleary. We've got Leon Cleary.
Yep.
We've got, who else am I thinking? Alan Cleary.
Yeah.
Like, there was no other way. You was going to race Speedway, wasn't it?
Yeah, well, surprise, we raced first off in the old man's, or Leon's original sedan. So that was when I was 17, I think it was. I was trying to remember this the other day. I think it was 17, 18. So a while ago, and then we went 10 years without going to a meeting to watch or anything. I couldn't be at the track because if I couldn't race, once you've raced, but I remember before I could go in the pits at Hobart at the old bottom pit gate on near the ticket booth. I used to sit there, stand outside all night at the gate and walk up to and watch the racing. But and then Pop, I think, raced at Richmond and back in the day as well. So it's been around since I can remember. Yeah.
Oh, sorry about that.
Even with Molesy now, so Molesy used to watch a bit, and he used to come with us. As a kid, we used to get on the bus together and with Leon and go around the state, and that's where it all come about. But it's all we've really ever known in Tassie.
That's the true beauty of Speedway. It becomes multi-generational.
It does,
third and fourth generations coming through. People whose grandparents raced. There's not going to be long. There'll be some great grandparents that race. Some of the juniors coming up into the sport. It's fantastic. It really is a fantastic community, isn't it?
Yeah, it is, and even the mateship you get out of the tracks now. Look, everyone has an argument at the track, but as long as you can put it behind you and after the race and have a beer, and that's what it's about, really.
We need a spot like America's got. I remember watching a video there one day, and they were at the driver's briefing, and the bloke that was doing the driver's briefing turned around and said, "If you're going to punch on, we've got an area up in turn 3 and 4, I think it was. You can go up there and punch on all you want, but just don't do it in 1 and 2." That's a great idea. It's sorted out real quick.
You'd have a boxing promoter up there selling tickets.
Yeah, that's it. I think
Chili Bowl now still happens, doesn't it, on the back straight?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. No, they don't mind having a bit of a slug out, the Americans. On
the back straight, you don't get fined or banned. You do it in the pitch, you're out the door.
Yep.
Don't come back.
Yep. Great way of doing it. You said you was doing a trip to the mainland, Wade. Where are we going to go?
We're not finalised yet. Like I said before, it's more about seeing how we get a handle on it first and see what inventory we've got left after Christmas. But I'd like to do the East Coast running up to the Aussie at Toowoomba. I really like Toowoomba, and we were planning to take the mod back there. So now we've sold the modders, and the late model title was on. So we're still trying to do that. And we looked at the idea of renting a car in WA to do their speed week, but once again, we'll just see how we go. We just want to get laps this year. I want to get lots of laps, so and get about. We've got a couple of years left in it, so have a good go for the next couple of years, and then we'll see what happens then.
Yep. And for people out there, like, seat time is such a big thing, isn't it? Like, driving these things as much as you can is the best thing to do with these things, isn't it?
Yeah, you can do as much homework as you want on them, but you can't beat laps.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Yep.
So long as when you are doing lap time, I've always said this, make sure you learn from it. Because if you just keep practicing at the same speed all the time, you just get into a rhythm, and that could be half a second off the pace that you're getting seat time. So it's all about not only getting the seat time, but changing a few things, seeing what happens while you do that, and use that seat time effectively to move yourself forward. Super important, isn't it?
Yep, and pinch people's knowledge is that, so question them, move things, like, don't be frightened to move something either. Like, you can only go backwards. Like, if you change something, you go forward 10 times. Like, that's a gain. Like, you've learned something. Yeah, you've learned something as well, and that's what that was a big thing with the mod lot, was just picking everyone's knowledge and moving and changing. And I know Rui and I, when we built the last FG, when we reshelled, we took it and done some wheel alignments and that, and come home, we had a little bit of knowledge on the way home, and it made sense. So we come straight home from a wheel alignment, pulled all the back end out of the car, and went back to wheel alignment the next night. Like, it's all about just keeping your ear to the ground and talk to people, and that's what we found anyway to help us.
This is the amazing thing about our sport. There is so much knowledge, experience, sitting there in the pits, wandering around at times, and not everybody takes advantage of it. So
exactly,
the younger competitors, go and talk to these people that have been there, done it, and know what the changes are. Quite often they'll have a look at the way you're driving and give you some really good ideas, tips, particularly when it comes to setup to suit your driving style.
Yep, even YouTube. All the junior drivers, get on YouTube. There's that much information on there now for free, for setups and all that, and geometry on front ends and whatnot. Like, you'll be surprised what's there now.
And you'll be surprised. A lot of people will help you out in the pits because they want as many drivers as they can on the pace, not having obstacles that are struggling at the rear of the field. You know what I mean? Like, they want everyone on the pace, like, which is great to see from, like, our Tassie drivers. Like, they're very family orientated community, aren't
they? Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yep.
That was the biggest thing with, like, we've never shied away, given, like, what little knowledge we ever had of the modified. We was never shy to sort of give knowledge. A lot of people probably thought we'd bump steering them a little bit, but it was the same deal. If you got everyone at pace, it was better racing, but you knew when you was coming to a lap car or something that they could hold a line. It's the biggest thing. Yeah, what's happened here? I've got an update.
An update. Gotta love it when they bring up updates while we're doing things. I didn't get it on this side. Not as bad as me. I actually bumped my camera a minute ago and lost everything. Like, that's a rookie error. But anyway, and once again, like, shout out to all the team at Latrobe Speedway, Gulf Western Independent Oils Raceway, whatever you want to call it these days. Guy Thompson, Oppie, Peter Thompson, Dave Fiddler. I think, is it David Fiddler? He's been on the sorry, David, I should remember your name. We talk that much. They've all been in the background doing all the hard work. Glenda Wooten, Brad Wooten. There's a hell of a lot of them. Like, hats off to them for putting on the show for this weekend. And do yourself a favour, everyone. Get there and enjoy some great racing. Like, we've got good numbers. Tassie 6 has got 14 cars this week. That's great, like, for them. Like, especially when they couldn't get a field last week, 14 AMCAs, 12 Formula 500s, 23 street stocks, there's more street stocks than you poke a stick at. Only 7 late models, but it's only early in the season, and there'll still be great racing. You look at the people that are nominated, there's some great names there. Callum Harper's back in the the late model, when every time he races, you know it's going to be good racing. He's a very hard man to race against, Wade, and good luck with all doing it all this season. It's going to be fun to watch you out there doing it.
Well, I think it's great that he continues to race here because he's definitely at national level. He's won a national championship in not only the supers but the late model, so knows a thing or two. So he sets a good benchmark, and that benchmark has actually lifted all the drivers in Tassie, and we see some fantastic racing. You know, Kurt the Dirt Millwood, Josh Padman, Ellis Dickinson. There's a heap of them. You know, just a couple off the top of the head. You know, really exciting stuff. You're in with the big dogs now, Wade, but I know that doesn't frighten you at all. You'll chew as quick as you can, won't you?
We'll keep chewing until we can't swim no more.
and you like to get your hands dirty too on the car, Wade. You're not one of these drivers that just drives it. You like to get them under there and get dirty and stuff like that. You often see you doing all the hard work and your old man standing around just pointing directions. What's the go there?
he might say something different lately. So we're only a small team, like with the help with the wife and everyone, and we're actually a couple more kids are age now. So hopefully we get a few more mud scrapers in the pits this year, so we don't have to do it all ourselves. But yeah, like just when we've been on the road before, it's just been me, Sam, and Dad. And at home we get like a few people around and Rui and all them helpers, but yeah, it's pretty much just Sam and Dad that helps out. So we all got to chip in to get it done. But I try and spend as much time on the bank reading track as can, because I've sort of done all my shocks and all that myself and that side of it. And yeah, I mean, otherwise I've given up on him now. So
and how do you
the dollars much?
Yeah, and how do you manage that social life with your family, mate? Like, how does it, you know, between racing and your family and your kids? How do you manage all that?
Very hard now. When you throw work in too, so the boss gets quite sick every now and then and ends up at the shed for a few hours a day when the kids are at school. So yeah, sort of we do what we can. You know, I was meant to be there tonight and finish a few things, so it'll be tomorrow night now, and sort of try and get it in our maintenance done as early as we can, or then it waits a bit. And that was another thing with the late models; they don't race as much as the supers, so sort of helped us a little bit to make a step that way.
Yeah, it'd be great. It'd be great to have a mad month of supers in January and then have a mad month of late models in February. I reckon that's a great idea. We should really work on that in Tassie. That'd be sick.
Yes, I know. It'll nearly run into it. I think it does run in with the way the Gene Cook runs. I think that's we finish our 3 weeks and then it runs straight into the Gene Cook the following week, and they're on for their mad month. And I think we might even pick up a show at the end. I can't remember the calendar now, so then I'll roll back in the Tassie late models like at the end of January, so which will be good.
And who holds the bragging rights? Wade, you or the old man?
The old man, mate. He's held more flags than I have. He hasn't won a title before, but so hopefully we can get one up on him there sometime, but who knows what the future holds. Ashley overall and the family's got the bragging rights there with the state title and the late model. So I don't think Leon might have got a couple of Division 2 point wins. I don't know about a title. I don't think he's had a title or such.
Is Ashley going to race this year, or is he definitely hanging the boots up? Come on, Wade. You know something.
No, I don't know much actually. He keeps that one pretty quiet. So
yeah, righto. It's a shame.
Yeah. Mate, we're looking for the inside scoop.
There's no inside scoop out of me, mate.
These Clearys, mate, they keep the secrets.
Well, you'd hate to be playing poker with them, wouldn't you?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, no, for sure. I sat with all of them at the late model dinner, and I'll tell you what, it was one of the funniest, greatest nights I've ever had. Like, honestly, to get on, have a few cans and yak and sit back with them, it was absolutely hats off to a lot of them. They're a great bunch of people.
Yeah, they do like a beer or two.
A beer, one or two.
Yeah, Stevie Wonder could see that.
Definitely. All right, well, we might leave it there, fellas. Stay on the line, Wade. We'll have a bit of a yak to you after we finish the show, and Thanks for joining us tonight. We hope it all goes well for you this season, and I know it's going to be hard jumping from one division to another, but I know how talented of a driver you are, and I don't reckon you'll have any issues picking it up. And best of luck for the season, and we hope it all goes well.
No worries.
All right, people, thanks for joining us tonight. Next week we'll be back on the same time, Thursday night at 7 o'clock. Thanks again for joining us, Rocky. As always, we will see you at the track on Saturday.
Looking forward to it. I love Gulf Western and Independent Oils Raceway down there on the northwest coast. It's a fantastic facility.
Yep.
You know, the Harmon Centre,
Yep.
everything. It's brilliant.
Yep.
Can't wait.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. They've done so many upgrades there. It's good to see Latrobe going so well as it is. And hats off to everyone once again, like I said. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll see you all next week, and have a good week. Make sure you get to the track on Saturday night. It's going to be a great meeting. Cheers, everyone. Good night.